Well, I just thought the way I looked at it was, okay, so now everyone can just go up to Paul and be like, now y'all bitch ass owes me a favor. Like, bro, I just thought like that.
Hey, I better see Dom do that shit too.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
So Chris Van Vliet had yet another all-star type guest on this podcast. He had Kevin Owens just on, and I was listening to it. I had to drive out to Texarkana on Thursday.
God damn.
Yeah, I had to go get some for my job, and I was listening to it the whole way there. And it was a good interview. This was before Kevin had announced that his whole neck thing. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw. Apparently, he's gonna miss all of 2020, all of 2025.
Yep.
So that fucking sucks.
Really does, honestly.
Because he was having arguably the best run of his career. So that fucking sucks. But I know with necks, that's like
you can't fucking play with that, bro.
You just can't play with that shit. So he had Kevin Owens on, and they were talking about how he ended up getting the stunner, like as one of his movesets. And he said at first he said he was doing the pop-up power bomb. A lot of people do that now.
Yeah.
So he was trying to think of what could I do, and he asked Vince if he could start doing the stunner, and Vince of course said no. Then he said he took some time. He had got injured, took time off, came back, and they asked him how you want to finish the match, and he was like, I want to do the stunner, and they were like, okay, so they let him do it. Of course, he called Steve. Steve was cool with them doing it. But in the podcast, he said that the Stone Cold Stunner is the best finisher of all time. And that got me thinking, what is the best finisher of all time? Is it the stunner, or is it something else?
Okay, how many do you want? Or is it just one?
Well, like, give me what's the best finisher to you?
RKO is up there.
Yeah, that's the first one that came to my mind.
Tombstone.
Tombstone is up there
because the Tombstone stuff is just so iconic. As far as once you take that shit, you ain't getting up.
Well, also,
and if you do get up, then
it's crazy.
It's crazy, and it's the whole mindset of the old style of protect your finisher.
But I also think the reason that is successful as well is because only Undertaker and Kane do it.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Where that's what was cool about the stunner as well, is only Stone Cold did it.
Yeah, and then with Randy with
Randy's
RKO,
it was who does the RKO.
The Diamond Cutter was close.
Yes, but
this time Randy
thing.
is a lot more explosive with it. Yeah,
and
okay, RKO, Stunner, Tombstone, Pedigree.
Pedigree's nice too.
Pedigree's nice.
Yeah, bro.
Honestly, Sweet Chin is fucking.
I was just gonna say that I know it's super overplayed now.
Oh, Sweet Chin is diminished.
Yeah, like everybody does super kicks
diminished now.
But when Shawn Michaels would hit that shit, dude, I thought that move was so cool. And when I would wrestle with my siblings, that was the move that I would do. When I would do the RKO and I would do the Sweet Chin music.
Hey, if they got it from that, bro, they got, bro.
And I'd hit that shit and I slap my thigh, dude, just to hear that little clap. Yeah. I love the Sweet Chin music. Now, obviously, it's of no value and it's super overplayed. No. But I do think that's one of the best finishers.
I'm gonna look it up. Greatest WWE.
I didn't look it up. I guess I could have, but I did.
Well, I just want to see what Twitter says.
It got me thinking, like, what is the greatest finisher of all time?
First thing that popped up right now was Sol Roca's finisher.
Well, I would say that's a very cool finisher.
Yeah. I mean, people are saying Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom's infamous.
Yeah, Rock Bottom's infamous, bro.
Yeah. It's funny. You're wearing a Stone Cold shirt today too. I guess what's the best? Because okay, so what's your favorite finisher?
Tombstone.
Okay, but what's the overall? But if you had to pick one for the wrestling community, the best finisher of all time,
RKO.
I was gonna say I think it's RKO,
but also because RKO is also so infamous right now.
It's so infamous and it comes out of nowhere.
And they came out and it's a meme and everything. But everyone knows when you hear RKO,
they know Randy Orton.
You just know Randy Orton. But it's what's so crazy, and even he's spoken about it, that it truly can happen out of nowhere. It's not just like it's not a funny thing you say. Like legit can happen out of nowhere, out of midair. An RKO can fucking happen. You can't do a stunner. You can.
So, yeah,
you can.
But so where I give the stunner some credit is anytime Stone Cold hit that shit, the crowd would go crazy. And I think that plays a factor as well. But I don't know if I would say it's the greatest finisher of all time.
Okay, chokeslam. So I'm guessing that's just
Chokeslam
Kane.
is the infamous one. Big Show did the chokeslam. Undertaker did the chokeslam.
Bro, and when Big Show did it, not only did he pick you up, but sometimes he'll come down
Damian
with you,
Priest
bro.
does a different version of the chokeslam.
I like his sit-down chokeslam.
Yeah.
I like his sit-down chokeslam a lot.
So,
attitude adjustment. Well, F you.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's
too.
all right. That's just like a different version
But
of
that's
F5.
just Cena.
That's just a different
619.
version of F5. 619
Rock
is
bottom,
infamous.
pedigree. Bro, Kevin Nash's jackknife, fucking powerful.
Yeah.
But it's also because of his height.
Yeah,
too.
it's because of his height. Batista Bomb, one of the best finishers, I think.
I know this is your favorite, bro. Walls of Jericho.
Oh, dude, I throw my sillies in the Walls of Jericho all the time.
Walls of Jericho.
I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was talking about something, and he said one move, he was like, that shit does not hurt. Now, the Walls of Jericho, that hurt, because they know, bro, I used to put the bitches in the Walls of Jericho all the time.
Ankle lock.
I used to do the ankle lock on them too, bro.
Seth Rollins stomp.
Yeah, that's the infamous one.
Tombstone. Styles Clash.
Yeah, that one's not really been that big to me.
Razor's Edge. I like that Damien does that too. The
Yeah.
Razor's Edge. Jackhammer, bro. Jackhammer I fucking love.
Yeah.
I personally. But it's only just Goldberg.
Yeah. I'll tell you an infamous one too. I know you said it already, but one that I don't think gets credit enough, the pedigree. Triple H just hit
it's
that
on here.
pedigree, and that shit was legendary.
Yeah.
That shit is a legendary.
Pedigree. Figure 4.
No, I don't. No.
They Bret Hart sharpshooter.
See, the figure 4 was one of the only submissions that I would really look at and be like, bro, that shit does not hurt. Even as a kid, I would just. Whereas everything else, they could kind of sell it to where it was showing that it would hurt. But I think that F5 is really good too.
F5 is phenomenal.
I think that F5 is good.
Sportster has the stunner at number 1.
Yeah.
Sportster has the stunner at number 1 and the RKO at number 2. And
I
the
would think
Tombstone. Damn, that's a good 3.
Yeah.
Tombstone,
That's the 3 you said
RKO,
also.
and yeah.
I think I would put the RKO number 1, Stunner 2, and then Tombstone 3.
Wow, bro. They have F5 at number 4.
I think
And
that
they
5
have-
is legendary.
They have Bianca Belair's KOD at number 5.
That's a good one, too.
Wow, bro.
That's a good one too. I think Brock Lesnar's is legendary just because, especially in his early days, dude. When he hit that shit on like Big Show or Mark Henry or somebody big, like that shit was
Yeah.
so impressive.
Yeah.
And I think that
Broke the damn ring.
right. And I think
Or
that's
no, that was something else.
And so. And then, like, I think everything else after that is kind of just like a different iteration of the F5. So I really like the F5 too. I like the F5 better than the Attitude Adjustment.
Yes. Oh, yes. Most
As far as like even just looks, like
Yes.
it just looks way cooler.
Would you? Well, I guess. Okay, we've had this conversation before. The spear. Roman does it. Edge does it. Goldberg does it.
Yeah.
Braun does
Bobby
it.
Lashley.
Bobby does it. We've said it before though. Goldberg hits that spear and it fucking folds you. Braun Breaker.
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring that up when we talk about Raw.
Braun Breaker.
Yes.
Hits that spear. Go get checked.
Yeah.
go to the
Go get your
examination room.
ribs checked.
Go get checked.
I think I don't really consider that move though because so many people do it.
So many people do it, but I mean, I was gonna say, but I think it just depends on who does it. So I can't say spear and you go, oh yeah, great spear. No. But
Yeah.
by this person,
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna lie. If I said by Edge, I'd be like, no.
Well, and sometimes some people hit it and it just doesn't really look that
No.
like that would be a finishing move.
Yeah.
You know who also had a good move? Baron Corbin.
Yes,
I liked
Yes.
Baron Corbin's
'Cause,
finisher.
at
I
the
forgot what
end
it's
of
called.
days.
Yeah, end of days. Yeah, he'd bring him and then you go back. I had that as one of my wrestling moves in 2K.
no, because it was like the reason
It was
why
my
I liked it a
signature.
lot. It was I think I did too. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I liked it a lot was because it reminded me of Abyss.
Hmm?
Abyss
Yeah.
would do that shit,
Abyss
and I
would do
love
that
that.
shit,
So
yeah.
where he gets him, swings
Yeah.
him, and I love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a lot of ultimately good
Yeah.
finishers, but Kevin Owens said the stunner is the greatest finisher of all time. So it got me thinking. But I guess like because anytime you see a clip of Stone Cold hitting the stunner, dude, back in the day, crowd would go ape shit.
100%.
Go ape shit. So I guess that's where I give the edge over the RKO. But I just think the fact that Randy could hit an RKO out of nothing and in a split second hit an RKO, he could be getting his ass whooped. RKO.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I give the edge. And I like Randy Orton better.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I would give the edge to Randy. But yeah, it got me thinking. That's funny that you said but you named 3 and then that
That's the
list
3 that
was
popped
the
up.
3 that were on
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
Undertaker at number 3, Randy at number 2, and Stone Cold at number 1.
Nice. Episode 76 of the Lame Guys Wrestling Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
Dude, WrestleMania is fucking next week.
Yeah.
Or it's by the time this episode comes out, it'll
Week
be
of.
this week. Yes. I was thinking about this yesterday. Do you think this WrestleMania?
Don't say it.
Well, no. This build-up has been good. Like
Okay.
this, it's been good. Do you think though this WrestleMania, card-wise, is as good, or are you as excited as this card compared to last year's?
Okay. Last year I had The Rock.
Well,
So it's just like
so that's what I was telling myself. Is I was like, I think I was so excited about last year's card only because of The Rock. Because I think about other matches on the card, and yeah, they had good ones. Rhea and Becky was good.
Yeah.
Who else was on the card?
exactly.
They had the tag team ladder match.
Drew and Damian.
Tag
No,
team ladder
Drew
match.
and Seth, and then Damian cashing in the tag team ladder match. You had
Sammy beat Gunther, but we were just like whatever about that match. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I had more hype for last WrestleMania, but I think ultimately yes, all of it was because of the Roman, Cody, Rock, Seth Rollins situation.
yes.
That is the reason.
So I know what you're talking about as far as like the hype and everything, like because I've seen people talk about like it really has fallen. Bro, we had brother versus brother. We had KO.
Yeah, but
Randy.
that match sucked.
Yeah, that fucking horrible. We had KO, Randy, and Logan.
That one was okay.
EO and Bailey.
That was okay. None of them were very memorable. I'll say that.
Yeah.
None of them were very memorable. But
Bro, I forgot we had Santos and Dom versus Ray and Dragon.
Jason Kelsey interfered. Bobby also wrestled with the Street Profits. They wrestled Karrion Kross and his guys.
Yeah.
I will say it wasn't very memorable, but I did have more hype just because of the Rock situation.
It was just The Rock.
Yes.
It was just The Rock.
So that's where I was trying to give this WrestleMania credit, is because I am hyped for it. But I was just thinking, like, I feel like last year we were just really hyped for it, but it was because of the whole Rock situation.
You know what it is though,
and that we had the whole Cody situation.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple of these matches where I really look at it and I go, some of these are not just like not dream matches, or well, some of them are dream matches, bro, that we're getting this year. If you want to get into the cardio and say that.
Well, we could. I want to do predictions. So let's talk about SmackDown and Raw.
I was just going to name the card, but
yeah, go ahead and name it. Yeah.
Well, I'm about to say, well, I'm just naming it in this sense. Jay and Gunther,
great match.
Not necessarily.
But we've already gotten it though.
Not necessarily a dream match, but it's just like
we just got it.
The build up. No, you're right. But the build up for where we're going to right now, it's great. Jade and Naomi, fuck, bro.
Right.
Fucking like the build up for that is just like it's great. Or Red as New Day, fuck that shit. Ray, El Grande, whatever.
Yeah.
LA and Jacob.
That's good just because I want to see Jacob win the title.
One I didn't know I needed.
Yeah.
It's one of those matches I didn't know I needed because I want to fucking see Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But you throw him against LA Knight for a championship? Fuck out of here. Tiffany versus Charlotte? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And now this whole thing that's happened and everything, and it's just going off. Build up. But this right here, bro. I may not have Rock, but I do have Seth, Roman, and CM Punk.
That's a great match.
Holy shit. We talked about it before, bro. You could just throw Roman and Seth.
Yeah.
Great. You throw Punk in there as well? Oh my gosh, bro. It's great. It's great, bro. And then, of course, just that little main event, night 2.
That was Cody.
Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Fuck out of here.
I think, I mean, on paper, this WrestleMania is stacked. It has a lot of great matches. It has some that are kind of just like thrown in here. But I will say it doesn't really feel like there's a personal rivalry really going into this WrestleMania. Like last year we had Cody and Roman, and that one felt real personal because they just wrestled the WrestleMania before. There was a huge build-up with The Rock and this and that, and then the fans, with Cody Crybabies and this and that. So that one felt personal. Other than that, this one doesn't really feel like... It kind of just feels like this... Yeah, they just put a bunch of matches together. I've enjoyed the build-up. I'm just saying I feel like I had more hype to last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But, like we said, a lot of that, probably 90% of that hype was because of the Rock situation with Cody and Roman. The fact that The Rock was wrestling.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially for me, bro.
We had that whole build-up of trying to guess how they were going to do the main event. We had weeks of just build-up to, like, figuring out what they were going to do. Does The Rock wrestle? Does Cody wrestle 2 nights? Like, we just had all that build-up, weeks of build-up for that. And so I think that is why.
And you had all 4 competitors work.
Yeah. Both nights. Well, except The Rock.
The Rock.
But, The Rock technically did, too.
Yeah.
Because he did come out.
He threw a couple moves and took a move.
Choke slam, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's why I say that. But ultimately, WrestleMania is this week by the time this episode comes out. So, yeah, I'm excited just to see another WrestleMania. This will be 41?
42. Oh, 41. I'm sorry.
So we started watching WrestleMania at 19 was my first WrestleMania. So that's already
20 was my first live one.
22 years.
I was.
Well, I don't consider that because my parents never bought me pay-per-views.
Okay.
I consider when I started watching wrestling, WrestleMania 19 was the first WrestleMania that was the build-up.
Okay, then yes.
So, I know my parents never bought me pay-per-views, so I always had to catch up after or get the DVD. But 19 was the first one that I was watching wrestling. So that's 22 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. Another
Still
WrestleMania.
loving it.
Yeah.
Still loving it.
Yeah, so we'll do predictions. It's a lot of matches to predict. And then we still have Randy's. So I guess we can give a prediction.
Who he's going to fight.
Yeah, we can predict who he's going to fight. You want to talk about Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah, sure.
So Raw, we had Jey. Well, we first have that Fatal 4-Way with Dom, Finn, Braun Breaker, and Penta. Which you brought up the Spear earlier. Spear's fucking, bro. I thought, dude, what's crazy is he fucking lunged Braun Breaker lunged 10 feet before,
and then did a flip.
Yeah. Hey, Carlito sold that shit too.
Oh, he sold it perfectly.
Yeah.
Hey, and not just selling it. Kudos for catching him.
Yeah.
Being in the right spot. Because if he would have been like an inch to the side, who knows how it would have gone.
I don't know. Sometimes I see it. I see Braun though. The way what I love about him is how aggressive he is and how fast he is. Sometimes I see that shit though, and I think, bro, you're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah. You are going to hurt yourself, bro.
Going 100 miles like that.
Yes, you are going too fast. Shit is going to go wrong one day, and you are going to hurt.
When I say 100...
You saw it one time because he almost ran to the corner of that announce table a few weeks back.
Yes.
And that could have been a real bad injury.
Yeah.
And so he goes, sometimes I just think, bro, you're going a little too fast that I think you just need to chill. But I get it. That's his character.
Yeah.
That's his character.
The intensity.
I understand. So, yes, we got that. That's announced fully.
Yep.
We had Jay and Gunther. Jay was trying to be serious, and the crowd just kept saying "fucking yeet,"
and he tried to stop them.
It was pissing me off. He kept saying, "Bro, cut it out," and they just kept saying "yeet."
You know, did you hear him say "we don't need that shit" or something like that off the mic? Yeah. And I was just like, "Yeah, bro."
But when he's trying to give one, and he did a good job. He gave a passionate promo, a serious promo. He didn't he wasn't saying yeet and shit, but it just the crowd just makes it fucking worse because they just kept saying yeet every time he said something.
I love the fact though. You know, the intensity, first thing coming out, you got a mama?
Yeah.
And my head Gunther was like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro.
But Gunther sold that shit too so well at the end when he just looked almost scared of Jay. Oh shit, what did I just wake up? So that was great. We had, does Paul Heyman owe Seth Rollins a favor now?
Bro,
I thought that shit was kind of overplayed a little bit, the whole favor thing.
Yeah.
But it does make it a little interesting, makes it a little intriguing because ultimately the wild card in this whole match is Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's going to do, who he's going to pick.
He owes 2 favors, and his loyalty is also with Roman.
So, the wild card there is Paul Heyman.
I'm not going to lie, though. I did not like the favor aspect.
I didn't either because I just thought, okay, now we're overplaying the favor, dude.
Everything, the whole time, I was not necessarily holding my breath, but in the terms of it, just oh shit. The stomp. He stopped. Now you owe me a favor. And I go, just hearing that, I go, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
it took me out of the moment.
I just thought you just ruined the whole CM Punk favorite thing.
And then Paul Heyman. I was like, great acting, Paul.
Well, I just thought the way I looked at it was, okay, so now everyone can just go up to Paul and be like, now your bitch ass owes me a favor. Bro, I just thought that.
Hey, I better see Dom do that shit too.
So it did kill the whole favor from last week.
Yeah.
It killed that whole thing to me. That's just a little nitpick. I mean, it is what it is. Does he actually help Seth? I don't know. That we had that happen, and then SmackDown I don't know if I missed something on Raw. You can stop me, but then we had SmackDown. Cody had this title made an appearance on SmackDown yesterday. Cody was on there. He had all the Undisputed Championships on there. I like how he brought up, I think he brought up Bruno Sammartino. I could be wrong about that one. He brought up Eddie when he referenced his title. He brought up John Cena when he referenced the spin title. Pretty much just giving us another passionate promo leading up to the Cena build. I was hoping Cena would be there, but he'll be next week. But at the end of the day, it's still the day before WrestleMania. So I wanted the build up to be a little bit more, and I thought The Rock was going to show up, but it is what it is. I think if The Rock showed up too, I think the hype for this WrestleMania would be even more.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. What I want to throw out to you, though, we talked about going to live events, yada, yada, yada. SmackDown's coming.
Oh, when?
The SmackDown after Mania.
Oh, is it really?
It's going to be in Fort Worth.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And guess what?
I don't know. Fort Worth is far from me, dude.
Cena's going to be there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm not gonna lie. There was 2 people I wanted to tell. Deontay from work. I think that mofo bought tickets.
Did he really?
I think so. Because like even I was talking to him about it, and I told him I was like, bro, look. I showed him SeatGeek. I was like, what's your price limit? Because you know me, I love looking at fucking tickets. So he told me his price. He goes 200. I said, all right. And I was like, this spot right here. I was like, you got this. You got the ramp there. You can see the stage. You got the ramp. You got the ring. They're going to be making promos towards you, kind of where we sat for the SmackDown before Rumble. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of that angle.
Yeah, and those were good seats.
Those are great seats. And I was like, I personally, because he's never seen John Cena live. I was like, I personally want, and he's never seen an event. I was like,
dude,
I say
about the Rumble. Dude.
I was like, I say you do it, and he's like, maybe. He goes, fuck, I may buy the tickets. He goes, I may do it. I may do it. And I was like, if you wait, they're just gonna go up.
Yeah.
I was like, they may just go up.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about it more. And then last night when I was at the theater, he texted me, hey, what was that app you? And I was like, oh shit. So I think he bought it. So I'm hoping he goes because I mean that's a great experience.
The thing about it for me is Fort Worth, dude, is far from me. Yeah, I don't live out here to you. Like it's even a far drive just to get to you. So like to go out to Fort Worth and then to come back that night, that's a far ass drive.
Yeah, he lives in Royce City. Yeah, so he's.
I mean, he's around my area.
Yeah,
but he's still 20
in
minutes.
that area.
He's still 20 minutes
from you.
Yeah, closer than me than I am because I wouldn't say it takes me 20 minutes to get to Royce City, but he's closer to the highway probably, and then he can get there. They'll probably save him about 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably have to get a hotel, just to like stay there. That's probably dramatic, but that's probably what I would want to do. SmackDown's over about now it's 3 hours, so now that shit is probably gonna be over around 11, because they usually do a segment after.
Sometimes.
So.
Sometimes like I said, in my opinion, I thought to myself, shit, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go see Cena in his final run. Even though we did see him at Rumble, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, I guess essentially we did see his final.
I just think, dude, imagine if we were there for his turn at the Royal Rumble. Like if he would have done it at the Royal Rumble
instead of Chamber.
Yeah. Imagine how we would have felt walking out of that.
I think you mentioned it before, but I definitely told Emily, I was like, it's crazy. Like we have his last face t-shirt.
Yeah.
The Rumble was,
yeah,
because his Rumble was his face, and then the next pay-per-view was.
Well, yeah, but the T-shirt for the Chamber was still face T-shirt because he changed at the end, right?
Oh, he changed at the end, yeah. But
yeah,
that shirt is going to be.
You're saying like that shirt infamously will be the shirt where he turned heel?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like in my head, like I think about that, like
fuck. I thought you were saying
we had to go one more.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, so I wish that battle was better, but then so we're on the road to WrestleMania. I'm a little annoyed that they're not defending. The Street Profits aren't going to be.
Oh, yes.
I think I saw that they're going to headline the SmackDown. They'll be the main event for the SmackDown going home to WrestleMania. But I just think, bro, they've had such a good build-up with all these tag teams. With bro, have a multi-ladder match or something like that. So I don't know. It is what it is. Because for 2 years they did the whole 4-way tag team match, and they may think that's overplayed a little bit. Maybe that's why they don't want to put it there. I don't know.
But in my head, I thought it was crazy that you add the War Raiders and New Day, but you don't.
Yeah, you don't add the Street Profits, where the crowd loves the Street Profits, bro. And
not just that. Like, okay, so that's one argument as far as that tag team match. But then you also add in the Ray and El Americo Grande. Or whatever.
Right. I was surprised I got added.
And in my head, I thought, bro, you're wasting 2 spots when you could have added the Street Profits, bro.
I was surprised I got added, to be honest with you. And I just think they probably want Chad on WrestleMania and Ray, because Ray's a legend. Right. They probably want him in some form or fashion. But I just think, bro, you saw the reaction that the Street Profits got in Europe. The crowd was going crazy for them. How are you not going to have them on WrestleMania? That's insane. And then what else happened? SmackDown was kind of light. It's mainly just
Tiffany and Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte beat her up
in the parking lot.
And after.
Yeah,
Charlotte beat her up. So I guess they're just trying to show that she's mad.
Liv breaking the internet again.
Yeah. Liv wearing some tiny ass shorts. Even who called her out on it on Twitter?
Oh, Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark called her out, and I said, Zoe, don't be mad, girl, because you can't put them shorts on, girl. Like, don't be mad. And then even Liv responded, and she was like, because I'd make a lot of money or something like that, because she referenced her being a stripper. So yeah, we're pretty much just on the road to this is it, dude. We're here at the week of WrestleMania, so we're just trying to. It was almost like this Raw and SmackDown. We're just trying to get to this week, coming up. So we'll see if we see John Cena on Raw. I don't think he's scheduled to be on Raw, but he's scheduled to be on SmackDown.
I think we're gonna get Rock.
You think so?
Week. I think we're gonna get Rock this week. In my head, I think there's no fucking way, bro. He does all this bullshit just to not show up again.
Well, what if they don't show him, and then where he does show up is WrestleMania to help John Cena win?
I mean, I guess
That still would be.
trust me, I'd be happy. I'm just saying,
and that'd be a surprise.
That would be a surprise
because if we see The Rock's Friday on SmackDown, it kind of just kills that surprise. But if he shows up there in the main event, help John Cena win.
Hey, all I know is the hype building up for last year. The Rock showed up a lot, and when he showed up at Mania, I was still hyped. So regardless.
Well, I thought we were, and I kind of thought we were gonna get another run like that.
Yeah,
but we got spoiled last year.
That's true.
Because The Rock dude was there every fucking week. He was there more than Roman.
Yeah,
he was there every week. Yeah. So we did get spoiled with that.
Bro, he came to the Dallas one.
Yeah,
and I live here.
Yes,
we live here.
He was literally at the Mesquite Rodeo.
Pissed me off. He was 10 minutes from my house, bro.
So I thought whenever we did this whole thing with I thought he was gonna be here.
Yeah,
for the lead up, but it is what it is. You had some stuff you want to talk about Fanatics?
Oh yeah, bro.
Before we do we'll end it with predictions.
Yeah. So Fanatics, whatever they do, this big old thing in New York. They do this big old thing in New York. Fanatics, big sports, brand and everything like that. They partner with WWE. They also have, they have some boxing legends showing. So they're doing this basically a convention. They do it every year, but they're the first person for WWE they announced was The Undertaker, and in my head I thought, I want to go to New York. I want to go meet him. Yeah. That sounds fucking great. Yeah. They release tickets. They release photo ops. They release autographs. Out of every athlete, they have MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA, boxing, WWE. Out of everyone, every single one of the WWE superstars sold out in 10 minutes.
I think it was last time they did that too. Only the WWE superstars were the ones that sold out.
Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, Kevin Owens, Liv Morgan, Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley. We're going to assume Cody sold out. This photo doesn't show it, and I'm going to assume Undertaker sold out. Holy hell!
WWE's popping right now, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, it says out of all the professional athletes and celebrities at the Fanatics event, the only ones to have completely sold out their autographs and photo ops are the WWE superstars. WWE superstars outdrawing mainstream athletes and celebrities. Yeah.
Well, it's I'll test it to a couple of things. I think that WWE is the biggest ever been before, like we always say. But I also think wrestling fans are the only versions of fans for sports that will go to like an event and pay to meet somebody. Because like I know they're signing because there's signings at Academy, like a Mavericks player will be there or this and that will be there. And dude, those are nowhere compared to how full they are. If a wrestler was there, that line is gonna be fucking wrapped around the building all the time. Doesn't matter who it is.
Do you think it's also because of kids?
Yeah, whatever the reason is. I'm just saying wrestling fans, I feel like, are more likely to go to this place, pay this money to meet this person.
Yeah.
I'm a huge NFL basketball fan. Like, that. Never once have I thought, I'm going to go see this guy at Academy. Or, like, you know what I mean?
You are a big fan? But, no pun intended, you're not like a fanatic like that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like
for wrestling or for sports?
To where...
Oh, I won't pay like $400 to go meet.
No. But like for the Cowboys, you're not rocking the jersey everywhere you go. You're not rocking the hats. You're not rocking the socks. You're not them motherfuckers. They will pay to go meet these motherfuckers. Like so they have their demographic. They have their fans. But I agree that WWE is the hottest it's ever been. I will say it's the kids aspect also that throw it in there. But the WWE fan base is by far one of the best fan bases.
Well, I just think
and that's also biased.
I just think they're more willing to go out and like meet people versus NFL, this and that. They just aren't. I don't know why. And I just think, to be fair, also I would say a lot of those people that rock the Cowboys jerseys and do all that shit just liked going to the games.
Okay,
that's the way I look at it, because I see TikToks all the time of people out in the stadium asking people questions and they don't know fucking answers to shit.
Really?
And I just think, bro, you're not even a real fan. I would know all the answers to that. So I think those people just are actual. And whereas I think wrestling people, they are actually true fans. And so that's why they are going constantly to these events, constantly doing that. So also on the radio the other day, on the sports radio I listened to, they did like a poll of Yahoo did like a sports poll of who's the smart, like which sport has the smartest fans. And wrestling was number one.
Really?
Yeah. And they were even surprised. They were like, that's weird because they watch something that's scripted and some people think it's real, and I was like, okay, we all know it's not real. We're watching
into that,
dude. Yeah, but yeah, wrestling fans were y'all. According to that article, y'all who wrestling fans were the smartest out of all the sports fans.
Okay, then.
Which I found.
Okay.
I was just like, okay. I mean, I don't know.
You're welcome. Geniuses, boy.
So, but yeah, I mean, dude, that's great for WWE that they sold out. I think it was like last time they did an event. Also, the wrestling superstars, they were the only ones that sold out.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, bro. Fucking great.
Yeah, even Charlotte sold out.
How?
Which I think. I think she's the female GOAT, but I know a lot of people just hate her.
Yeah. In my head, I thought to myself, yeah, I'd buy a ticket for Liv, Jacob, Rhea, Tiffany, and KO, actually.
Yeah, so would I.
Oh, and obviously probably Cody. Oh, Jay's going to be there too. Jay and Taker.
So pretty much a lot of them.
Okay, so the ones I wouldn't buy, it's easier. Chelsea, Charlotte, and Damian.
I think if I had enough money to go to this, I would
meet all of them.
Yeah. And I think if one sold out, then you're just like picking the next one.
Yeah.
So
that's true too.
I wouldn't mind meeting Chelsea or Damian or anything.
Yeah.
What else we got? You had like something about Triple H.
Oh yes, my bad. So I saw this tweet and I really liked it because it made me start thinking about it. So I was like, I don't want to think too hard because I want to talk about it here. What would you consider to be the single best decision in booking that Triple H has made since taking over WWE Creative? And in this screenshot I took from Twitter, I can see the first comment, and the first comment saying making Gunther the most dominant IC champion and pushing him.
Options. Oh, no. I thought you were going
to give me this is just and it's saying making him the most dominant IC champion and pushing him all the way to main event. What would you consider the most?
I think
or the best decision Triple H has made.
Well, I don't think there's another answer other than saying the Cody. But is that considered a Vince choice, or is that considered a Triple H choice?
He could have ended it.
Right, you're right. Yeah, because as soon as Vince was gone, Triple H could have said, "I don't see this guy as the main guy."
And I'm not gonna lie. Think about it. If roles were reversed, Vince would have ended that shit.
But I don't think there's another answer other than Triple H giving Cody the reins and letting him just run with it. Because at the end of the day, that guy probably likes Gunther more, and that's okay. But no one can deny this Cody thing has been, one, more successful than they thought it was going to be, and has worked out tremendously. The guy's on SmackDown yesterday. He's been a champion for a year, been this babyface for 3 years. Crowd still loving him, chanting him, not tired of him, because we talked about that. We were worried that the crowd was going to start getting tired of Cody.
Yeah.
No inkling of that at all. Like, no one can deny that. And we are at the most popular stage of WWE that it's ever been. And who is the face of the company? Cody Rhodes. He's already passed Roman for me. Like, he is the face of the WWE. I like Roman better, but I'm just saying you cannot deny that Cody is the poster child. He is the guy. Yeah. When they need someone to go to an event or something like that, Cody Rhodes is the person. So
Roman was doing that in the first, I'm not going to say the first run, but you know what I mean. Like the first couple title reigns.
Who's there every week? Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
So like, they had who ended Roman Reigns' legendary title run? Cody Rhodes. Yeah. So like, to me, there's no other answer than, there's a lot of smart decisions that Triple H has made, but the one to give Cody the reins and let him run with it and like capitalize on him as a star. You saw how they treated him in AEW. They were booing his ass. They didn't want him there. Triple H has like decided to build him up and like let him be him and let him. So to me, that's the smartest decision.
Smartest.
There's a lot.
But
to me, that I don't know how I could pick another one.
Cody is the good one.
Jey Uso, him letting Jey Uso get spotlight and go singles.
So
that's a very smart decision.
That's a great decision as well. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is gonna say giving Liv her push.
Yeah, smart decision.
I'm not gonna say it's the best decision, but like if I'm just listing shit out, Liv being
he's built her to a star.
A star.
Yeah, he's built her to a star.
A star.
And she has always had the talent. It was just a matter of someone letting her do it, someone pushing her, and Triple H gave her that push. So that's a great decision as well.
Rhea is a Paul Levesque girl.
Yeah.
She's gone on record 100 times saying that shit. But also, like, her build-up was along the Vince era as well, especially 39. Yeah. 39 when she won the title from Charlotte, which I still consider one of the best. I love that match. Letting her continue that trajectory. It's another Cody situation where Vince approved it. Paul could have dropped that shit.
The Bloodline.
Bloodline was going to be
the Bloodline was not full Triple H, but he's let it grow. He
let it
could
grow.
have, yeah.
He brought in Jacob.
Judgment
he brought in
Day.
Tama. He brought in all these motherfuckers.
Judgment Day. It may not be what it was, but Vince originally that shit was supposed to be like some mysterious type, like kind of brood type shit. Then Triple H just let it be this, and they ended up turning out to be this cool ass fucking faction that worked for a while. Like they were the top faction in WWE for a little bit. So that's a great decision. Like there's a lot of things that have been great, but to me, nothing outweighs them more than the Cody Rhodes one is the best decision that he's done. And you could argue that's an easy decision, and he just kind of fell into his lap. But at the end of the day, like you said, he could have said, "I don't see you as a guy. I see Roman, and 100%. I want to continue to put like." But 100%. He fully embraced Cody. He fully pushed Cody, and like so now Cody's the biggest star he's ever been. So,
what's the worst decision?
There's a lot. I mean, you have Karrion Kross not being pushed on TV.
That's true.
The White Six, didn't pan out the way we thought it was going to. Yeah. LWO still gets TV time, and we're all fucking tired of LWO. Street Profits have gotten no shine,
no love,
and then you do put the titles on them, and then they don't wrestle at WrestleMania. There's different stuff. It's just. But I think when you work with so many different stories and you work with so many different people, it's bound that some of them aren't just going to work. There's not enough time. There's not enough time for everybody to get shine, everybody to get spotlight. Penta, dude, he's built Penta up into a fucking star.
Yeah.
Like he's done a great job with that.
And now everyone walking around, bro, doing that.
So like, I mean, and you look at how Penta was and Rey Fenix were in AEW, and then they come here and they're just superstars.
Yeah.
You look at how Cody Rhodes was in AEW, and then they come here and they're just superstars. Jade, yes, he built it's just weird. When WWE's tired of somebody, they go to AEW and it doesn't really work out. But when AEW is not utilizing somebody, CM Punk come back to WWE, and that's a great decision by Triple H.
Okay,
we didn't even mention that one.
We didn't even mention that. I'm not gonna lie.
Does Vince pull that trigger? Does Vince pull that trigger? No, I don't think so. And even if he did, does he push CM Punk like Triple H has? No, I don't think so. So.
One thing, if I can give Vince credit, they've talked about. We watch documentaries on it. We've heard him in interview,
he doesn't hold grudges.
He does not hold grudges. He just thinks what draws money.
But would he look at CM Punk at his age and let him get the opportunities that he's getting, Triple H is?
Good point.
I just don't know if he would have.
Good point.
That's the only reason I say that. But dude, Triple H has a lot of smart decisions, and I'm not saying that there aren't any bad ones because there are. But I think when you work with WWE, and right now, the way the talent is, the way the stacked the roster is, bro, you got to make your own shit happen, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
And Karrion Kross is doing a prime example of that. He doesn't get matches, but every week he wins people over with his backstage segments. He wins people over that way, and now
he makes people fucking think.
And people are starting to push him. People are starting to think, and I'm sure WWE sees that. And so it happened with LA Knight. It happened with Jey Uso. Like the crowd just starts loving them because they're winning them over, and then they start getting opportunities.
You can't deny it.
And I think Vince could have easily been like, I don't see Jey Uso he's a tag team guy. But Triple H separated him, let him get his shine. That's where Triple H comes in a factor.
I can see Vince going, singles. No, you're Samoan. Stay a tag team.
Yep. So that's where you got to give Triple H his credit. And I know a lot of people love to critique Triple H, but I think, dude,
once again, we're the hottest we've ever been in WWE.
He's navigating this ship, and WWE is the hottest it's ever been.
Yep.
And a lot of that credit is to Triple H.
100%.
There are some that haven't worked out, and I think it's a mix of booking, but I also think it's a mix of, bro, Chelsea Green has said it too. If you could just get one segment on TV, you need to make it work. You need to make it, and it is what it is. But we've seen it, and you brought up a prime example, how Triple H could have decided, Cody Rhodes, I don't see it. Another prime example, Austin Theory. Austin Theory, when Vince was there, dude, was getting pushed. He was a young, up-and-coming star. Triple H, I don't think he sees it in Austin Theory. And now what's made of Austin Theory?
A joke.
He's just, he just goes there to get beat up by celebrities, and he's with Grayson Waller, and nothing's happening with Austin Theory.
You know another great decision he made? Putting Shawn Michaels in charge of NXT.
Yeah, that is a great decision. I'm not saying the Austin Theory thing is great, but I'm just saying it's a prime example of what you said. Yes. How if Triple H doesn't, he could have easily ended his Cody Rhodes push. He could have easily ended not let CM Punk get these opportunities. Vince thought Austin Theory was next up. I don't think Triple H thought that way.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of you gotta. I think ultimately though you can't deny Cody Rhodes is the best decision that Triple H has made because it's just panned out the best.
Yeah,
it's worked out
100%.
the best. He's the face of WWE now.
He is.
So
Post child.
and that's where you could say Vince's best. One of Vince's best decisions was John Cena, pushing John Cena, because he ended up being the face of for years, 10 years, over 10 years.
Yep.
But yeah, you want to get in the rest?
Look.
Yeah, you want to get in the card
Let's
predictions?
get in the card, bro. God,
It's a big card, so
big card.
we'll go. You want to do night 1 first, and then we'll do night 2.
Yes.
Let me pull up the card as well. WrestleOps posted the card.
Yeah, I have it right here.
I wonder what night Randy's gonna be on.
I don't know. I'm hoping night 1.
Also, what's crazy too, Alexa Bliss, just fucking showed up, had one of the a legendary return, an iconic return, and then is not on the WrestleMania card. I think that's.
We got her
I think
Rumble.
that's crazy.
We got her for Chamber and nothing else.
I think that's crazy.
God, bro, her and Liv would have made magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I agree, and I just think like it's crazy the year that Liv has, and she's just wrestling in a tag team match.
It's disrespectful.
Isn't that crazy?
Disrespectful.
Oh, well, look, I just see this tweet. Becky Lynch says she's not wrestling anymore. It's WrestleMania season, isn't it? Look, I'm not wrestling anymore. Maybe one day, but not right now. Damn.
Really?
I told you she was going to take a long off, dude. I told you it was going to be a long time off.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
She done.
WrestleOff just posted that tweet. They also named Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17 as the 5th greatest match in WrestleMania history.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. Okay, let's pull up the card. All right. We'll just go down the list. What?
I just sent you. You can look at it later.
So we'll just go down the list and
yeah, night 1.
yes.
And then we'll say the matches and then we'll go.
Yeah,
back
we'll do it how we always do it. Yeah. I love how they have Jey Uso and Gunther first. I bet you that opens the show.
No, yes, it's opening.
Yeah. Oh, they already. Oh, this is like the match order too.
I think this is it.
Oh shit. Okay. Night 1 for WrestleMania 41. We have Jey Uso versus Gunther. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Jey
Jey
Uso.
Uso. Yeah. I just think, dude, I personally would like them to keep the title on Gunther, especially after that vicious attack they did to Jimmy.
Yeah.
But I just think we've built this up. We've built the crowd eating. We've built up everything for this moment right here for Jey Uso to get the title.
It was 100% solidified. As soon as he won that Rumble, he's winning the title.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. He's winning the title. That's
Yeah.
all it took. I mean, I'll tell you what, if he doesn't,
That promo he gave on Monday.
that promo he gave on Monday,
Yeah.
but if he doesn't, I think what you said, bro, this new side of Gunther, that vicious type shit, like this, oh, fuck.
Well, I would love to have it. And I saw that and
That
I thought, dude, we need to keep the title on you. It's been a long time since we've had a vicious-ass heel champion like that. And I would love for him to keep it, but I don't see it. I think WWE wants that shot of everybody eating in the crowd, and that's why Jey Uso. And he deserves it as well. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it.
He does.
I'm just saying, though, I think they're giving the title to Jey. You want to do the next one?
Yeah.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi. 3, 2, 1. Jade Cargill. Yeah. I think Naomi should win because
She's
if
been
you
killing
really
it.
want to build up as a heel, she's been killing her promos. I did not know she had range like that.
Neither did I.
Killing her promos. I think to establish her, get a W on Jade would be phenomenal. But you also need to build Jade up as a single star. Naomi's already built up as a single star. You need to build up Jade. I think Jade gets the W.
And not just that, bro. She already got the one up on her. Throw on a damn car.
Yeah.
So Jay who needs her get back.
I love how Liv called her out on that one time when they had that little segment, and she goes, "Try not to get pushed on any cars in between them when they were building up to their match." Next one, we have the War Raiders versus New Day.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
War
New
Raiders.
Day. I'm going New Day. I think the fact that the New Day even got this spot on this card, and the fact that they continue to get TV time on Raw because WWE likes the negative heat that they get, and so I think they're getting the championship.
I mean, the complete opposite. I just think just because they are the heels and everything like that, this is one of the situations where you go, okay, the bad guys are just going to lose this one.
Well, I just saw, but we've already picked 2 faces in a row.
Mm.
Y'all saw what I think about that. You need some heels to win.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm picking the New Day. Next one, we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that one I just think Rey's going to win. Now, you could argue, though, does Rey need that win? No.
No, I'm not going to lie. I
So-
think it'll be really funny if El Grande wins.
Yeah, so, I mean, he could.
Hey, for Mexican heritage, yeah.
So he could. Like JBL said, they got to stop taking our jobs, bro.
have the most out of pocket, but the
fits
perfect
JBL, though.
tweet. When I saw it, I was hyperventilating. I go, "Yes, you're back.
Yeah.
You're back."
Next one we have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This one I think we both are in agreement with. 3, 2, 1. Jacob Fatu. Yeah.
I'm so excited for this one.
That's
bro.
a win where, bro, the heel's gonna win and the crowd's gonna be cheering either way because everybody loves Jacob, and you can already see the seeds are being planted to turn him face, and so
I can't wait to see his entrance. With the flames in the stage.
It's just so fucking clean, bro. It's so clean. Yeah, I think Jacob's getting that dub. Yeah. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. 3, 2, 1. Charlotte Flair. I'm going Charlotte Flair. I don't think Tiffany's ready. And I think they really want Charlotte to beat the record as well. I think they want her to beat her dad's record. So I think I'm gonna go Charlotte.
I didn't look at it like that as far as they wanting her to beat her record. The not ready thing, yeah, I understand that, but I don't know. I just think that this situation, they're just going to want Tiffany to still have that belt for a little bit longer, especially with, I guess, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? That whole BS with the, was it you're 0-3 or 0-3?
Oh yeah,
it was like just that whole that whole segment, everything like that. I don't know. I just felt like it just didn't work out too well. So I in my head I think they're just going to want Tiffany to win this shit.
That's why I think Charlotte's winning because I don't think this story went the way they thought it was going to. I think it was going to have more hype because we were like, dude, that match is going to be fire. Like the build up has not been a good build up. So that's why I think at the end of the day they look at that and they think I'm not saying they're blaming Tiffany, but I think if you look at that and you have to pick one, I think you pick Charlotte to go over just because she's already been there, done that.
Solidified.
Yeah, it's solidified. Whereas like this whole buildup did not work.
Do you not think that they would try? And I'm not saying this. This just popped on my mind. Do you not think they would try to do that whole Cena excuse of you're trying to bury talent, you're not trying to push anyone, yada yada. But at the same time, they can't say that because also Charlotte did give Rhea that rub.
Yes, and she's built stars out of everybody. Yeah. Bianca, Rhea, she's built stars out of the people that she's wrestled.
So it's just like Tiffany being as green as she is.
Yeah. I just don't. I personally, this whole situation has just let me know that she is not ready, especially to be a face. She's always been a great heel, but to be a face, mic wise, it's let me know that she is not ready. And so maybe WWE sees it as you're our next thing, so we're gonna have Charlotte put you over. Maybe they see it that way, but I also look at Charlotte as they're gonna give her a few more title runs because they want her to beat that record. She's already mentioned it. She's already mentioned that she wants to beat it. Main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. We have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Seth Rollins. I'm going Seth Rollins.
CM Punk, I think, honestly, the pure reason is I think the fans want it. I think the fans want it that much. I think, especially himself, he was there. He wasn't able to compete last WrestleMania or anything like that due to unfortunate issues.
First WrestleMania main event.
Yes, first WrestleMania main event. I think this is one of those things where it's just like, bro, it's going to happen. Roman's won main events before WrestleMania. Seth, he's been in WWE with these main event or with this, WrestleMania cards. Like, it's not necessarily new to them. Punk is tenured. He's a vet. But I think with this run he's doing right now, this new situation, he's going to get his moment. Not only is he getting his moment right now, obviously because being in the main event of WrestleMania, but he's going to win.
I'm going Seth Rollins. Earlier we said that Paul Heyman is the wild card in this whole situation. And I think Paul Heyman is turning on CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I think Paul Heyman will ultimately help Seth Rollins win. Now, I don't know if they're going to be a duo or whatever it is. I don't think Seth Rollins needs Paul Heyman.
No.
But I also think my whole life, Paul Heyman has been a heel. Whole life, he's been a heel. And I've always seen him betray everybody that he's been with. He's already kind of betrayed Roman going with Punk. And we had that heartfelt moment with Punk and Paul Heyman, and they both looked like they wanted to cry and this and that. I think, dude, to end WrestleMania with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins and Dave, but he's betrayed both of them, and then that also adds even more fuel to the fire with Roman and Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins is winning. He's also kind of the wild card here. The full focus has been on Roman and CM Punk, and Seth Rollins has kind of just been there, and so I kind of feel like Seth Rollins is going to win. But you are also right for CM Punk to end the show for the first time in his career and also get that W. And him and Paul Heyman, like, the crowd would just eat that up.
Yeah.
The whole crowd would eat that up.
I just kind of like attribute like they've already not necessarily. I guess they kind of done this already, but they could also fuck with us because I mean they fucked with us at 39. Cody didn't finish the story when we all thought he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying like Punk doesn't finish his
story or whatever, and then make it mean something at 42, that type of shit.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. That's how I'm kind of looking at it.
Yeah. All right. Night 2 of WrestleMania. We got to throw Randy in somewhere.
I was going to say we can throw.
You want to throw him in here? Now. Okay. So we would assume Randy will probably fight night 2 of WrestleMania. I would assume. Maybe it is night 1. I think night 1 could use him more than night 2. Night 2 to me is stacked on paper better. Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent yet. You want to throw some theories out there, or do you want to do a 3-2-1 pick who you think he's fighting?
Throw some theories. I think the one that everyone's going to probably talk about the most is going to be Nick Aldis. I think that's going to be it, especially after this last promo he just did on Friday Night SmackDown. I really enjoyed that shit.
He's looking mad too, and Randy threw the little shade comment about Mickie James, saying, I don't know if I'll be able to apologize to Mickie for what I do to you.
But like just Nick almost looked like he's losing control and everything. But he said, for 20 years I fought to get to this company and this. And then he had to stop himself. And in my head I'm thinking, oh yeah, bro, because you over here trying to make a case that you fucking deserve to have a match at WrestleMania. If anyone deserves
Randy told him. If that
means
means you have to get your boots laced up or whatever, so Randy told him.
So I think it's either that, but I said it before too. Aleister Black, bro. Aleister Black, because they keep on teasing that shit. So I mean, that'd be another situation where either Seth is in the ring, doesn't know who his mystery partner is. Boom, Aleister comes out. Where fucking Cena's calling out the Undertaker, doesn't get anyone coming out, and then boom, Undertaker shows up. It's going to be that surprise moment. I can see it.
I think Aleister debuts after WrestleMania.
The Raw after Mania.
Yeah, Raw or SmackDown after Mania. I think he's either fighting Nick Aldis or he's just going to fight Solo. Solo came out yesterday, and I thought it makes sense. Like, Solo doesn't have a match, and Solo deserves a match, by the way, because he did carry us for a year. Up until we got Jacob Fatu, it was Solo.
What if it's a squash match with Solo? Solo comes out, annoyed. Ring the bell, RKO, fucking wins, bro.
I'll be so annoyed just because Solo did carry us for a year, dude. He kept this bloodline thing relevant, and as much as you want to say Roman, this and that, Roman wasn't there. Solo kept that shit relevant. So I think Solo deserves it, but I mean, it is what it is. But I would love to see him fight Nick Aldis as well. Just because I think Nick Aldis deserves it. He came to WWE. I listened to his Chris Van Vliet interview, and he came to WWE thinking he was going to wrestle. And then they came with him with this management position. But he also has a performer contract.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think he's retired. He's not retired. Like, he wants to wrestle. And I think
he still got it.
And for someone, you want to talk about someone who did their shit, time on the indies, TNA, like, bro, I mean, you could argue he deserves it more than anybody else.
All he say, that's Cody, bro.
So
that's Cody about me.
I think it's either going to be Nick Aldis or Solo Sikoa. So the easy answer is Solo Sikoa. But is Nick Aldis ready for his first match to be at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying it's easier said than done. Like, yeah, he's a vet, obviously, but WrestleMania is a whole another beast.
Yeah.
And I don't know how active he's been after. He still looks buff as fuck, though.
Yeah.
All right, night 2 official of WrestleMania. We have Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. 3, 2, 1.
Liv and Raquel. Yeah. They're on a little streak right now.
Yes.
They're a little heel.
3-time women's tag team champions.
They're on their heel run right now, and I just don't think you're going to make Liv lose at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I mean, I know they're a tag team, but I just don't think you're going to let Liv
Well, and Lyra already has the Intercontinental title. Yeah, so it's like, isn't that weird? We built the Intercontinental title and the Women's United States Championship, and neither one
I was asking for
defended.
it. I was asking for it. We talked about it. I said they need to do it. You said they need to do it. And now we don't care.
Yeah, neither one is being defended at WrestleMania. I think Liv Morgan and Raquel are winning. Like you said, Liv Morgan she's had such a phenomenal run.
Yeah.
And they're 3-time women's champions. And Raquel, during the whole Chris Van Vliet interview, was saying they're the greatest women's tag team champions. And I mean, arguably they are because they're 3 times.
Yeah.
And so I think that to have them beat Bayley and Lyra Valkyria would be a phenomenal win to add to their little resume. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a street fight, Sin City street fight.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Damian Priest.
Okay, I was gonna say Drew McIntyre.
I think Damian is.
He could benefit for it more though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's just because Damian benefits from it. But I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love Drew. I am not gonna be upset. Honestly, either one of these guys, I fucking love. So if either one of them win, I'm taking it. But.
I kind of feel like
Drew
has been losing too much lately.
You know what? I'm going to change it. I'd say Drew. Now I'm thinking about it. You know why? Because I just thought about fucking last year when Damian cashed in on Drew,
Yeah.
he's getting his get back. He just being like, motherfucker, I'm coming out on top at the end of it. And then you're right, he's been losing a lot. And then he got fucked up thigh.
And I think that's why they're making it a street fight, because Damian is going to impress people just based off this fight.
Yes.
And yeah, he may lose, but he'll still have impressed a lot of people in the match.
Yeah.
And Drew will win in some cheaty fashion. But I just think Drew has just been getting embarrassed too much. He's been losing too much. I think Drew McIntyre wins. Drew's been winning on just regular shows, but like you think about PLEs, I just feel like he's been losing. So I think Drew deserves it because he's a great heel as well.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Next one up, Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title. We have Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Penta.
I don't know.
I know my answer.
I know what I want.
I know my answer.
But there is a whole bunch of points to be made for a lot of them.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, fuck it.
3, 2, 1, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Like I want Dom. I think he deserves it. Honestly, I think he really does. He's been holding it down. Even whenever was it a year ago or 2 years ago, whenever he had the second highest appearances or matches to Cody Rhodes. Like he fought all freaking year, bro. Like this dude is a workhorse as well.
Yeah.
Great ass heel. I think it's time for him to get his flowers on that shit. Balor, also, I would love to see him win at fucking Mania. Because I'm just like, God, bro, Balor, you need this shit as well. Breaker, he's a great champion. So
the reason I picked Dom is because one, I think it's time as well. I think it's time to put him on. But him and Finn keep bickering. Finn is getting jealous because Dom is getting these opportunities. Dom is the next up, and Finn can't get the job done for whatever reason. And Finn looks at it as perfect to have somebody to help me in this Fatal 4-Way match. Dom even played it off that way. Yeah. It's better to have 2 Judgment Day members in there. I think Dom's getting the title, and then it's going to cause this whole, and then that'll end up being the way that Finn Balor gets kicked out of Judgment Day for whatever reason. But I think Dominic wins.
And Dom's first title reign or first title matches are going to be against Finn.
Probably.
Mania's Backlash.
Yeah. Which I think that'll be fire. Yeah. Next one up, we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. 3, 2, 1, AJ Logan Styles. Paul. I was going to pick Logan Paul.
Just because Logan's the heel in this one. I think another situation where it's just going to be the heel versus the good guy. So if I could just give it to AJ.
I'm not
going to lie. I have no hype for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's a great match on paper put together. They were just like, who can we give Logan? AJ Styles is phenomenal.
I think it's going to be great. I think they're going to do some cool shit. We're going to see a lot of high-fly shit. I already know that because Logan is a fucking star when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think Logan Paul's going to win, especially because Karrion Kross keeps telling AJ that we need the vicious AJ. We need the vicious. They have that whole story playing. So then when AJ loses, there's that story to go back to with him and Karrion Kross. So that's why I'm picking Logan Paul. And also, I truly think WWE loves the negative reaction that Logan Paul gets. He can't even talk on the mic. So to have him win in some slimy way and beat AJ Styles and then go back to Raw and keep talking his shit, I think WWE wants that ultimately.
Good point.
And AJ Styles could lose to Logan Paul and lose nothing from it. True. And then we have that story now with him and Karrion Kross to tell. True. So that's why I'm picking Logan Paul. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
I think, first off, if there's anyone that's not winning this match, I think it's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
So then my decision is between Io Sky and Bianca Belair. I think it's time to put the title back on Bianca. She hasn't had it in a while. And she won the Royal Rumble. And she's a great champion. And she did this thing, dude. She held Jay down in the tag team division where we all knew Bianca deserves to be in the main single spotlight. She held it down. I think Bianca deserves it.
Chamber.
What?
You said Rumble.
Or she won the Chamber.
I'm over here agreeing. I'm like, wait, no, did she?
No, so she won the Chamber. That's what I meant. Sorry. I think, and she held down the tag team, dude, with that shit. Like, she held it down. Yeah. I think she deserves it.
No, I from a standpoint of deserving, I think she deserves it. She's held her own. Everything like that. She did what needed to be done when it comes to the company and everything like that. Helped build Jade up to where she is now. Yeah, give it to her. Yeah. And she was a good champion. She was a really good champion. As much as I fucking want Rhea as champion 24/7 because she's great. But she's just crashing out right now. It story wise, it's kind of like the like how you just said with AJ, like she can fall back into that. and we can have a whole new story aspect of how she's just going fucking ape shit.
Yeah. But I also think WWE loves Io Sky.
They really do.
And I think if Io Sky wins this match, that's a great win on her resume. It's a great way to push her.
Yeah.
So I think it's really between Io and Bianca.
Yeah.
Now, could Naomi come out and cause Bianca to lose? I don't know. I mean, I think they've kept her separate from this for a reason. They've kept her separate from Jade and Naomi. So, I mean, I don't know. Main event time. Main event for night 2 of WrestleMania. We have Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. John
Cena, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think The Rock helps John Cena win.
The Rock's going to help him win, but not just that, bro. Shit, Cena's beating that record.
Yo, for sure.
You don't come this close for nothing.
Yeah. And I think if you're going to do it, what better place to do it than WrestleMania? Yeah. There's no other better place. WrestleMania is the time
and not just that, when you beat it as a heel like this in this type of run to where it's, bro.
WrestleMania is the time to do it. If you're going to do it, it's got to be at WrestleMania. Now, he can lose it at any other PLE.
Yeah, that's fine. But he can lose it literally the next PLE.
But WrestleMania, if you're going to do it, that's the place to do it. And I think what better way to even get more heat than to have him and The Rock in the show because they cheated to beat Cody Rhodes. They end the show. Yeah. Ultimately, I think John Cena's winning.
And it's no hate on Cody. Great champion run. You know, title reign was amazing. You did everything you needed to do. But unfortunately, it's Cena's time again.
Well, and I think also if you don't have Cena win, then that kind of just
defeats it.
Well, it defeats the purpose. The Rock's thing was, I'll give you everything if you're my champion. You'll get everything if you're my champion. And it's got to show that The Rock can actually get shit done. Yeah. Can actually show that he can actually do that. And so,
boss.
Yeah, and so I think The Rock comes and helps John Cena win.
I think we talked about it before. But if he doesn't, Cena gets pissed, looks at The Rock and say, "Fuck was that, man? Me and you in the ring."
Yeah.
I'll take a round 3.
Personally, I would love to see this get big enough to where Roman's the one that's got to bring The Rock back down.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to see. That's where I would love for it to go. Now, does it go there? I don't know. But I'm starting to lose hope on that whole match.
Yeah, me too.
But
me too.
Those are our predictions. WrestleMania 41 this weekend by the time this comes out. So we'll see what happens. We'll obviously film after WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah.
Get an episode in and review it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about.
A lot.
So until then, do you have anything else?
We'll make sure to let y'all know what we ate for night 1.
Oh yeah,
we talked about it a couple times on here. We'll make sure to let y'all know.
Yeah, that's just crazy. We're finally here.
Yeah,
I just feel like WrestleMania 40 wasn't that long ago.
No, bro. Didn't we talk about it? You just at that stage where now it just fucking blows by, bro.
It just doesn't feel that long ago. But all right, we'll catch you guys next week.
All right, later.